Wreck My Podcast.
It was a time when heroes no longer wore spandex, when they no longer had capes. It was a time when heroes wore full leather bodysuits. It was the year 2000. Jump in the X-Jet with us and travel back to a time when superhero movies weren't what they are today. Will X-Men pass the nostalgia test? Or will it wreck our childhood?
Wreck My Podcast.
Welcome to Wreck My Podcast, where we're talking about X-Men today. I'm here with my guest. His mutant power is eating a whole box of Oreos in one setting. It's Cam.
That's pretty true. Yeah, I could do that very quickly.
His mutant power is he just cares too much. It's Kreger.
I love you all.
His mutant power is knowing when it rained. It's Joe.
I like to call it my ESPN.
Nice.
We have a guest here. Her mutant power is that she hates Rogue. It's Clara.
That's true.
Yeah. And my mutant power is overreacting to everything. I am your host, Jordan. So, guys, we watched X-Men. Shing! X-Men with the hyphen from 2000, the Blu-ray version. What'd you think?
Jordan, you're a dick.
Why am I a dick? Because I made you watch this movie? It
No,
wasn't...
He wanted to throw that because that Wolverine line when they're trying to discover if
Like,
Wolverine
how do we
is
know?
real.
How do we know it's you?
You're a
You're
dick.
a dick.
Oh.
I think you shot. I think you shot your wad a little too early on that
Yeah,
joke.
you should have waited because I had fun facts where we could have talked about that. I'll just bring it up right now. So did you guys know?
You're still a dick.
Did you guys know? I'm shooting my wad a little early right now. My
It's okay, I'll catch it.
fun fact wad.
Nice.
So did you guys know that Joss Whedon wrote a version of the script that got rejected?
Really?
Yeah, and the only two lines they kept from Joss Whedon's version was that line, "How do I know it's you? You're a dick." And the other line is, "You know what happens to a toad when it gets hit by lightning?"
That line is horrible.
But you
was
want
the
to know
worst
why it's so
line.
bad and it would have been better in Joss Whedon? Joss Whedon, when he saw it, he goes, "Oh no, they let Halle Berry say that seriously?" He goes,
Yeah.
"That was supposed to be said for like comedic effect. She was supposed to say it as tongue-in-cheek, like she knew
Yeah.
it was stupid, and that's how you say it." But Halle Berry wanted to say it as a serious line for some reason.
It's a terrible.
Yeah, so those were the two lines that made it from
By the
Joss
way,
Whedon.
I thought it was really unbelievable when Darth Maul was force crushing people by jumping on their shoulders.
Yeah,
that was
actually, he
ridiculous.
did do that at one point.
Yeah.
And where was that tongue when he was Darth Maul?
I know, right?
Would have been way better.
Would have been so much better.
He wouldn't have fallen down the pit.
He has a,
It would have made me quite horny.
has a double
Heyo.
a double-bladed extendable tongue.
Yes. And that's a sound effect, too.
Yeah.
So, guys, what do you remember of this movie before you rewatched it? Because this came out 19 years ago.
I remember being scarily attracted to Mystique.
Well, Rebecca Romaine, I mean.
Yeah, but also she doesn't look like Rebecca Romaine
No,
in that movie.
but technically we were all, what, like 11 or 12 when this came out?
11.
She's technically naked.
yeah, the whole time.
Yeah, so, of course, young boys are going to be like,
Yeah.
she's my favorite character.
I also remember.
So is Jennifer Lawrence in the new ones.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Jennifer
Whoa.
Lawrence is hotter. And
Wow.
But Jennifer Lawrence wasn't willing to put up with that makeup as much as Rebecca
If
Romaine
you,
was.
if you see all the movies that she's in it, each movie, she
It's
has
a little bit less and
She's
less,
less
and less.
blue.
Every
Oh my
time.
gosh. Well, this is the only movie in the X-Men franchise where Mystique doesn't have her disguise, like her human disguise, ever
Yeah.
show up. She's always either someone else or blue.
yeah.
Which is interesting. Did you know that the last day of filming, Rebecca Romaine brought tequila for everyone to drink as like a celebration?
Yeah.
And she
Yeah,
drank
wrap.
so much, the last day they shot was the fight between her and Wolverine, and she threw up blue everywhere because it got with all her prosthetics and stuff because she drank too much.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's great. Threw up all over
Wow.
Hugh Jackman. Anyway, so you remember being scarily attracted to her.
Uh-huh. And I also remember how much I really liked Rogue.
Okay.
I remember liking Rogue too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought she was annoying then. I still think she's annoying now.
Okay.
My brother had to explain the movie to me when I watched it the first time, and Cam had to explain it to me the second time.
Well, here's the thing about this movie. They throw you into it after the little introduction of Magneto and everything.
We start
Which is
in with
awesome.
the Holocaust.
Yeah, it's a little weird because they don't then they just like jump to the not so distant future, and it's like, wait, the not so distant future now or like from 1944? Like, what are we talking about?
Well, you know, they had to do a cold open, Cam.
God damn it.
Because is it Cool Hand Luke? Cool Hand Dave?
Cold hand Dave.
Cold Hand Dave. No, here's what's hard too. They throw you into this movie, and there's all these times where they go, remember that thing where we were doing a thing together and we did some stuff?
Instead of showing us?
Instead of showing you. It's kind of like
Yeah.
like when Magneto and Professor X are talking to each other, like, you'll never learn, Magneto. And
Yeah.
it's like,
And
what will he never learn?
It's also more difficult.
Exactly.
yeah.
It's also more difficult rewatching it now because we've seen all like the prequels.
We
and we're
know.
like kind of adds up, but that kind of
Kinda
doesn't add up.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a lot of weird things in there.
This movie was just essentially exposition, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's the note I wrote in here. I wrote exposition. So much exposition. And also, too, this is the only movie where Storm has an accent. She tried to use her Iranian or Egyptian, her wherever Mararo or whatever her real name is, it's supposed to be from. Only time, and then afterwards they're like, Hallie, no, just don't. And Rogue's accent was awful. Awful.
It was terrible.
Awful.
That's why she didn't talk that much.
Awful.
They probably cut a lot of her lines out because
yeah.
it sounded atrocious.
And I'm also like, is she supposed to be Lacey Evans, like the sweet Southern belle? Like
I do declare.
her pajamas had like a thing flowing off the back of them.
Yeah.
Like,
And went to the floor.
yeah, like what are you getting married or sleeping?
I like that.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Calm down, Joe Kubis. I actually think Rogue is like not attractive at all. I've always thought that, even as a kid. High five in
I thought
solidarity.
she was so cute when I was a kid.
I didn't. When she got the streak. Well, when she got the streak, I was like, "That's cool." But that's also
Yeah,
because of the
I like
scene
that.
music, and I was like, throw on a lot more heavy makeup and wear a flannel, and maybe I'll be into it. But yeah,
Yeah.
So I remembered that awful. You know what happens to a toad when it gets hit by-
yeah.
But I didn't remember what it was, so I was watching it with Madison. I'm like, hey, doesn't Halle Berry say something stupid right here? Like, hey, you know what goes really good with fried toad or something? And I'm like, that's a way better line.
Yeah. When that happened, Claire and I were sitting on my couch, and that line happened. I just went, no.
Yeah. It makes you feel like you have to itch, but you don't know where the itch
Yeah, it was
is.
just
You're like,
bad.
oh no.
It was so cringy.
Do you have a favorite part of this movie?
None of the fight scenes, that's for sure.
The fight scenes are blocked out
they're
so terribly.
awful.
Joss Whedon would have been so much better at blocking out the
You know
action
what?
sequences.
For this movie supposedly being like our introduction into the new age of superhero movies.
Yeah,
this
it was definitely the start of
This
the
was
superhero
the
movies.
most stereotypical 2000 superhero movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is on par with Fantastic Four in my head.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was so much better than
You
this.
know, two things really pissed me off rewatching it is when towards the end of it when Wolverine's fighting whatever the other wildebeest thingy is.
Oh,
Sabretooth.
Sabretooth, yeah.
Wildebeest.
when he throws him and he uses his claws to wrap around him, I'm like, you just go right through it and die.
Yeah,
Like,
it also looked awful. The CGI in this
was
movie
bad.
was bad.
But-
Like we had just seen the year before The Matrix, and we're getting this crap. Come on.
What
Yeah.
also
So go ahead.
the one thing that also really, really bugged me, I don't know why, but when with the boat scene where they're coming up and they're waving at each other, and
Yeah.
then they show the guy driving the boat, and they show his dead body, and they show Mystique. I'm like, you know, we could have just guessed that. You didn't have to show us a dead guy behind
Yeah.
her. Like,
Yeah,
we
there's-
kind of figured.
There was a lot of wasted stuff in this movie.
The one thing about that scene where Wolverine like wraps around like the
tip?
statue, the tip of the Statue of Liberty crown, or whatever it was. Yeah, you know, when they first were making this
Circumcision.
movie, they were like, "Oh, I have a great idea for this shot."
They're like, this is gonna be sick.
And I'm sure even when it first was shown, everyone was like, "Ooh, that was cool."
Oh,
yeah.
But like
yeah.
nowadays, everyone's like, "That could have been better."
Well,
That's terrible.
that moment was probably like the Avengers pan around 360 moment.
I guess you could say it was kind of a reach.
Nah.
I'm gonna go get some water.
You really,
I'm gonna go get some water.
Craig really had to claw deep for that one.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So apparently we were talking a little bit of crap, but did this wreck your guys' childhood?
Yeah, I thought it
Yeah.
was so much cooler when I was a kid.
Me
And
too.
I actually have to agree.
Yeah.
I liked this movie as a kid. I thought it was
This-
great, and I
This
was like,
wrecked my childhood so hard.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Yeah.
And I loved Cyclops, and I remember thinking how dope he was in this movie.
He had a dope
and, like,
bike.
and he was useless.
Why does he have to do this every time?
I don't know.
And for our listeners in audio realm, I'm touching the side of my head. He did this every time before he could shoot. I'm like, that's not his power.
No.
No, but I'm pretty sure they were like, because isn't that how he does it in like the animated cartoon? He's like always like putting his hand to his
he like
temple
hits
or
a
something.
hits a button.
Oh,
button or
maybe
something.
it's because it's a
Like,
button.
Well,
I
he
don't
has
know.
that like
It's a
lever
button.
that
It's
changes
a
like
button.
the
the strength of the
strength or
laser.
whatever.
It just
Yeah.
seems stupid in my opinion.
Also, don't you love how every time Wolverine sees a motorcycle, he gets horny?
Yeah, he loves those motorcycles.
He does.
And wait a few movies, we'll see him throw one into a helicopter.
yeah, that's true.
Spoiler.
Oh, sorry.
You know what?
I think the one of the parts I really only liked is how Rogue got her streak
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
I
she
like
was
that
like
too.
dying and whatever. And,
You know
like,
what
using-
part
using it.
I was so
Cool.
confused on? Because, I mean, I've seen this movie before, a long time ago. Did remember some of the parts of it. The very beginning when they steal the governor or congressman or whatever.
Yeah, the senator.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
senator, that's what it is. And then they sit him in a chair and they do that weird light show thing. And then they don't really tell you what that is.
They never explained
and
that
nothing.
it gives him,
And I
makes him a
kind of got
mutant.
to the end of that and I was like, So what happened?
I'm also it's like so you're telling me he just spins a metal thing and that's how mutant goo comes out?
Well, because
Yeah.
it's so like that scene is shot so epically that you thought something was gonna happen at the end, like he was gonna turn into like a butterfly and float away or something.
Yeah, it doesn't explain it.
Yeah,
no.
and then you're sitting there and you're like, what the?
But they
hell
take the
just
time to
happened?
explain every other
Yeah, except this
freaking
thing.
minute detail. I almost said that F word.
Yeah.
I caught
No
it.
barks
I
this
caught it.
time.
No barks.
No
Cam
barks
got it.
today.
It's a bark-free episode.
Yeah, this is the bark-free episode. To save it for next time.
Yikes,
But yeah,
thanks.
like every single minute detail they had to explain profusely.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, all right, cool, white smoke, and now he can squish through bars.
Yeah,
Like, it
well,
was
it's-
nothing.
and
And
It's too
also,
much.
like that's the power you give him. He's a freaking jellyfish.
No, I don't think you choose like what powers you give them. It's
I-
just random.
I'm
like,
saying that's what the writers chose to
Oh.
give him.
Oh yeah.
Well, the
Or
writers
you can't make him
the
something
writers
powerful.
did that because if later on it's because his molecules are falling apart because they can't handle. If you don't have the exogene in you, your body can't handle actually be getting it given to you. Like you're not evolved enough. So it's showing that his body, that's not his X-Men power. His body was just falling apart.
Oh, I thought he became a
No,
mutant.
no.
No, he was the.
No,
he
his
was trying to
mutant-
become a
his mutant
mutant,
power
but
was
his
a jellyfish.
No, Magneto's thought was this is going to make everyone become a mutant.
Mutant.
What they find out later when the Senator gets to the X-Men lair
Yeah.
is that
That's cool.
the molecules are just falling apart and
No, but
humans
clearly-
can't handle it.
Clearly, he's a type of jellyfish because he was underwater and was able to swim for all that distance. And when he gets out of the water, he's gelatin-like, and you see like gill-looking kind of things.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Well, that's part of his
Sure.
mutation, but
I'm
his
saying-
body still can't handle it. That's why he decomposes.
The point I was making is why the writers chose that as like his mutant power.
Because they needed a way for him to get out of the jail cell.
Yeah, they already booked Paradise Cove for a shooting location, and they had to use it.
They had Stan Lee coming and everything. They had a hot dog vendor for some reason. I
Yeah.
don't know. Because you know what goes great with a hot dog?
Jellyfish.
Sand.
Oh.
And by the
In
way,
your butt. And a
anyone
jellyfish.
who's been to Paradise Cove knows there are no hot dog vendors there.
No, everyone knows there's not that many people that go there either. And everyone knows it costs money to go there, which is annoying.
Yeah, and the most expensive part of Paradise Cove is the parking.
Yes. Oh, it's like $10 a park there. It's
Are you
ridiculous.
kidding? It's like 40.
No
And
way.
and they also
It's $40.
Wow.
and
to
they also
park
brought
there.
like a crappy like tube TV to watch the news on while they were all barbecuing.
yeah.
Plugged into what also? How did it work?
You know, the hot dog vendor.
Yeah.
Yes, Beggs.
What's Paradise Cove?
Oh, it's down in Malibu.
Are you
It's down
sure
in
you're from
Malibu.
LA?
I know. You've never been to Paradise Cove?
It's not
I mean,
worth
it sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's in
the most.
Malibu.
It's like one of the most.
expensive, but not worth it.
Yeah, it's one of the most touristy spots in
It's
all.
like a private
I-
beach that like it's a restaurant.
Yeah, there's a restaurant right
and
there.
They own like that portion of the beach, so when you go to eat there, you have like that entire beach area.
Yeah, that
mean,
totally
you
sounds
and
like something I would
everybody
do.
Why?
Because it costs
There's
money.
There's nothing wrong with Paradise
Hey,
Cove.
no, I'm saying I'm not.
If it's not free, Krager's not doing it.
I'm not bougie like
just like his tattoos.
No, I'm not bougie. That's what I'm saying. Come on.
25-minute bark.
Yeah.
So,
Did you bark?
he said a word. What? Okay.
At least he barked before me. That's
So,
that's the
so let's
real
talk
thing.
about this movie a little bit.
Okay.
Came out July 14th, 2000. Whoop-de frickin' do. $75 million budget, which is pretty small to today's standards.
Yeah.
It made $54 million opening weekend. Worldwide made $296 million. 157 of that was in the USA. So it made its money back. Made
Yeah.
a good chunk of its money back.
Yeah, makes sense.
Filmed almost entirely in Canada, except for some scenes in New York and
Paradise Cove.
Paradise Cove and the Greystone Mansion in Beverly Hills.
I don't know what that is.
Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, Madison and I, we were watching it. We were like the very end scene when Wolverine's driving out of the place with the
motorcycle?
motorcycle. That's Greystone Mansion. You
What
can
is
go there.
Greystone
So
Mansion?
Greystone Mansion is a mansion up in the Beverly Hills that you can go to. It's free to park, Krager. And it's a location that I forget who lived there, but some like rich
Greystone.
family in like the 1800s lived there, and there was a murder suicide that never got solved there, and then it's still owned by the estate of whoever that was, and they filmed There Will Be Blood there.
Cool.
Every now and then they'll have an event, but no one's allowed inside. You're only allowed on the premises, so you can walk around, but you can go like have a picnic up there. Looks over the whole valley of like Beverly Hills and everything.
That's cool.
It's
That is
very
cool.
cool. It's very cool. There's a waterfall. There's like some there's a lot of cool stuff.
Is
up
that where they would treat people with grayscale?
there. No.
No, that's just where Grey Worm is from.
Oh,
Are these all Game of Thrones references? Shut up, guys. Okay, moving to the next.
It's over. Let it die.
Wait, is that coconut and peanut butter?
I'm trying a M&M coconut something or other.
It's die. Coconut and peanut butter.
This is the most snacks we've ever had.
Yeah, this is amazing. I'm really happy. That's a lot.
I'm good. I think so.
Here, take some out of my
Oh
hands.
wow, I
This
really
is-
like
Small
that.
one.
It's surprisingly good.
This is good radio.
Yeah, I was gonna say this break from X-Men was brought to you by M&M's. So
Hot take.
not on radio. We're on the podcast.
Hot take. Do not like this.
No, don't like it. Coconut's too sweet.
I like
It's
it.
not good.
Good hot take. Good hot take.
Leave her hanging, man.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that was great. I just sat here and watched it. So
My heart is broken.
this is the closest Rotten Tomatoes score I've ever seen between critics and audiences.
Really?
Oh, is it all bad?
Ooh,
No.
I want to guess.
Okay, guess. What do you think the critics gave this?
69.
I wish.
45.
No.
60.
You guys are gonna be sorely disappointed.
87.
81%.
No way. No.
Critics score. Audience
No.
score 83%.
Was this
Sorry, fire those
done
critics.
in 2000?
Probably because critics aren't watching this.
Rewatching
19 years
them.
later, being like, let me update my Rotten Tomatoes score. So
If it was made in, if that was from 2000. that
I
makes
mean, when
sense.
your
It was
competition,
relatively groundbreaking.
yeah, when your competition is all that other crap, like the Captain America movie from '94 or whatever,
movie sucked, yeah.
you're not. There's not too much going.
that first
against
Incredible
that.
Hulk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not the one with,
actually the
the one with
Ang Lee
Ang Lee
one.
one?
Yeah, I didn't mind that one.
Watch it again.
Oh, watch it again. But then
Next episode.
I wrecked my childhood. Yeah.
Yeah, watch
It'll
it
put
again.
you in
Next
my
episode,
anguish.
Jordan watches Hulk.
It's just you
I
crying.
hate myself.
Yeah.
So director was Bryan Singer. You know him from Bohemian Rhapsody, almost
Yeah.
all the other X-Men, The Usual Suspects, Superman Returns. He was an uncredited actor in Star Trek Nemesis, and he's been shrouded in sexual assault allegations
Yes,
for a really long
he
time now.
has.
Did he also do Logan?
No, he did not. That was someone else, and I don't know who it was. I apologize, sir.
Logan's good.
Logan is good. So here's some of the actors. Hugh Jackman plays Wolverine.
no.
Yeah.
Hang
Who's
on.
that? This is the. I was gonna say. Oh,
He
what
got
time?
a bark.
29 bark.
You guys barked before I
Yeah.
did.
So he's from The Greatest Showman, The Fountain, which was a trivia question this week.
It was. That movie's amazing.
The Prestige, Van Helsing, but this is probably the biggest role he's known
Oh yeah, for
is-
sure. It's like
is Wolverine.
Robert Downey's Iron Man.
Yeah, exactly. We have Patrick Stewart, who plays Professor X. We all know him as Captain
Patrick
Picard.
Swayze.
Nope.
He looked very young in this.
He did, although you can't tell because even now that Picard TV show's coming out, he doesn't look that much older.
He looks the same.
Yeah, he just doesn't age. Bald men don't age. Mr. Clean,
One
same
of-
age.
One of my
Yeah,
favorite
way
lines.
to go, Krager.
One
You'll
of my
never
favorite
age.
lines is when Wolverine is like, "And what do they call you? Wheels."
Wheels. The script actually said Baldy. What
Oh,
do you think?
really?
And Hugh Jackman decided to say Wheels because he thought it was funnier.
It is funnier.
Yeah, I think so too.
Baldy's not funny.
Baldy's not funny at all. We have Sir Ian McKellen. I
Yeah.
forgot Sir Patrick Stewart too. Sir Ian McKellen is Magneto.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Gandalf.
He is.
Everyone knows him
Yeah.
as Gandalf.
Gandolfini.
Gandalf.
James Gandolfini.
Love it. We have Famke Janssen. Is that how you say the
It's
girl who
actually
played?
it's pronounced Funke.
No. Jean Grey was played by, I think, Famke Janssen. I'm sorry if I messed your
She
name
was
up.
the most attractive one in the movie.
Yeah.
You guys are
Jean
weird.
Grey, really?
Well, at the time.
So
Yeah,
she,
that's super 2000s
Fair
hot.
assessment.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So here's the problem.
Clara objected to her eyebrows very heavily.
Okay, they were really skinny.
Are skinny eyebrows not a good thing? I thought eyebrows were supposed to be skinnier.
You gotta,
I mean,
you,
like-
you gotta get in there.
No, you have to have like a healthy medium.
Yeah, she's like bordering 90s skinny.
Okay.
Where that was
Well-
like you just wax the whole thing off.
Well,
and
it
just draw
was
a line.
90s. So it was like right after the 90s.
Yeah,
so
but,
she was
like,
still rocking it. It was filmed in 99.
90s skinny sounds like something I'd be into.
Jennifer Aniston. Courtney Cox. That's 90s skinny.
Heather Graham.
I like it.
Yes, Heather Graham. So
Count me
what I know her from most is The Blacklist. She plays Susan Hargrave.
Oh, I
None of
didn't
you
watch
guys,
it.
Yeah,
No.
none of you guys watch Blacklist. I love The Blacklist so much. She's also in Taken, plays the mom, and Goldeneye.
Oh yeah, she is.
man.
in-
Oh,
yeah.
Halle Berry and this girl were both Bond girls.
Yeah.
Fun
I
for
forgot
them.
The orange
forgot-
bikini was iconic.
That orange bikini with Halle Berry was iconic.
I forgot that she was a Bond villain.
Yeah. No, well,
A
I,
hench,
forget?
an evil lady.
I think she's.
the Bond woman.
I think she's
Bond
one of
woman.
the ones where it's like the turn where you think she's good
Yeah,
and then
one
she's
of the-
bad,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
they always
So
do
good.
that in every other Bond movie.
Another hot take. I was never into Halle Berry. Never,
Really?
Well,
Wow.
did you ever watch
liked her
Swordfish?
movies? Yeah, I saw that.
Okay,
Not into it.
let me
Do-
get into the
do you
next
have
one.
eyeballs and
Yeah.
a penis.
I want to get
Oh,
into
yeah.
I want to get.
Hot take: Joe's racist.
Oh, jeez. That took a turn.
Oh no.
Against white people.
I want to go into the next. I want to go into the next actress, which is Halle Berry, who played Storm. We know her from Catwoman,
Catwoman.
Swordfish, Die Another Day, a Limp Bizkit music video. Pretty much
I forgot
What
about
Limp Bizkit
that.
music video?
Behind Blue Eyes.
Okay.
Pretty much
that was a Who song.
Pretty much anything she's topless or in a bikini, and we know her from. That's Halle Berry. We have James Marsden played Cyclops. Everyone knows him from Sonic the Hedgehog coming out, as well as he's in
Sex Drive.
He's in Sex Drive, Dead to Me, which is really big right now.
Yeah.
I haven't checked it out yet. As well as
Isn't he also in Enchanted?
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say Enchanted and The Notebook. I think he plays like the
Oh, he's the-
douchey dude.
the other
and-
guy.
Yeah, the other guy. The guy no one
She
cares
almost
about.
marries him.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
My favorite part of Enchanted is when the little squirrel's trying to get like her to eat the apple, and it just goes, "Oh, it's good." And my sister and I say that all the time. Like if the food's good, I'm like, "You want some?" She's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's good."
I love it. That movie was so good.
That movie's great. That's
I've
a
only
great
seen
movie.
it once though, and I was
Same.
cracking
It's
up
excellent.
when I saw it.
It's a great movie.
We should watch that one again for this podcast.
I'm down. Yeah.
We have Anna Paquin who played Rogue.
Yeah.
Literally the only thing besides this that you would know her from is Scream 4.
True
True
Blood.
Blood.
Oh, that's right. She's in True Blood. I forgot about that. Well, my research sucks. So we have Tyler Mane, who played Sabretooth, the worst version of Sabretooth I've ever
Terrible.
seen.
By the way,
Yeah.
did anyone else like cringe when they're doing the waving scene, like when the boat's coming in, and he picks him up with his tiny little claws and he's dead instantly? Like, okay, like a little claw goes in your back.
You know what? He knows how to place it, man.
I did
It's
like-
all about the motion in the ocean, not the size of your claw.
I did like his line though. Scream for me.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
It's Brian Singer wrote that line.
He's like, you still owe me a scream.
But yeah,
so,
Sabretooth's character design was atrocious.
Oh, awful.
It looked. It looked
Would
like.
you rather have the Sabretooth from X-Men Origins Wolverine?
Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
X-Men
You know what
Origins.
make
Yeah.
you know what make this movie better is every time he like growls in the movie, they replace it with
That'd be amazing.
meow.
Yep. Tyler Mane is also known for playing Michael Myers in the Halloween 1 and 2 reboots in 2007
Oh, wow.
2009.
Oh, that's
Because
cool.
he's a tall, burly man.
Was that like before or after he did the Austin Power movies?
Was he in Austin Powers?
Michael Myers.
Oh my god. Wah, wah, wah. Welcome to the segment where Jordan doesn't get a joke and it goes right over his head.
I too like to live
I-
dangerously.
I can't catch it because my reflexes aren't that fast.
Nope.
We have Ray Park who played Toad.
Yep.
We know him as Darth
Darth
Maul.
Maul.
Snake
Yeah.
Eyes in the G.I. Joe movies.
Oh snap!
Oh, yeah.
Forgot about that.
And Mortal Kombat Annihilation, he played Baraka.
Oh, did he play Baraka?
Deep cut.
Obama?
Deep
Wow.
cut. Yeah, Baraka Obama.
He's a character that he's an actor that just likes to wear all the prosthetics.
Yeah, and do
and
martial arts.
yeah.
Yeah, he's like Karate Andy Serkis.
Oh my god, he so is. When I went to Star Wars Celebration, I went to his thing, whatever you call that.
Penis?
His, yeah, his.
My penis.
No, the other P word, his
said it
panel. And he pretty much did a tutorial on how to do like martial arts stuff on stage with the whole crowd. It was awesome.
What a nerd.
I know. It was so
with
great.
a,
You know what made it better is like
with
the
a double-bladed lightsaber.
Yeah, with the lightsaber and everything.
Hell
it was
yeah.
great. Yeah, it was great. We're almost there, guys. Rebecca Romaine.
Is that what you
played
told
Mystique.
Madison a lot?
That's what I tell Madison a lot.
What? Guys,
We're almost there.
We're
guys.
almost there, guys. We're almost there. No, that's what I'm telling my penis.
we're almost there, guys.
Hold on for a little bit longer. You're slipping.
Hold.
Steady.
Wait until you see the whites of their eyes. So we know Rebecca Romaine as a model and married to John Stamos.
Oh wait, she's married to Jose?
She was back in the day. That's why she was Rebecca Romaine Stamos.
she was Aunt Becky, right?
She was
The one that just got in trouble.
No, that's
No.
not Rebecca Romaine.
No, I don't care.
That lady was married to John Stamos
that's
on
Rebecca
the
Iceberg.
show, but not in real life.
Thank you.
Rebecca Romaine was married to John Stamos in real life.
thought they were the same person.
No, yeah,
No.
You're thinking Rebecca Iceberg.
Yeah, it's a different kind of lettuce.
Okay, so final guy is Sean Ashmore, who played Iceman. He was in that video game Quantum Break. He was in The Following and an episode of the famous Jet Jackson.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
He's also in Untraceable.
Was he also in Animorphs?
I
Remember that TV
didn't
show?
see that, but it looks like he would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also, they never say his name, Iceman, in this.
No, he just makes a little ice
And
rose.
I don't
flare.
think they ever do in any of the
No, but
movies.
did you guys see Kitty Pryde and Jubilee
Yeah.
in class? I'm like,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
why
they're
don't
all
we see
supposed to
more
be there.
I didn't
Jubilee
see
here?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were waiting for X2.
Kitty Pryde was there.
Kitty Pryde was in X2, yes, but Jubilee never shows up until like what was this Apocalypse?
Yeah.
The Abomination that came out a few years ago.
Also, that Ice Rose was terrible.
Oh yeah, I didn't know
it was terrible.
It was, but
So was Apocalypse.
that ice rose is exactly what you do. Like, you get the little ice cube maker that's supposed to be a Death Star, and then you get it's just like a giant ball. no Death Star or anything.
Yeah.
That's pretty much this. They were like, get the mold, we'll make an ice cube, it'll be cool, and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
It looked like
Still looked
like
pretty.
a dog turd.
Yes, it did.
Pretty
Guys,
dog turd.
Did you know Kevin Feige is an executive producer on this movie?
Really?
Yeah, that's
no.
crazy.
He was in Animorphs.
Was he in Animorphs?
Yeah.
Oh, Sean Ashmore, you're doing things we love. Animorphs was so good.
Never
Okay,
saw it.
guys, before we get into the plot, you want to hear my short synopsis?
Yeah.
Cam's
my favorite part.
Cam's favorite part. A man creates a safe environment for people that are considered freaks and outcasts, all while teaching them how to be a better person than the self-proclaimed normal citizens. Oh, wait, that's The Greatest Showman. This movie has leather and superpowers and bark at 30 So that's...
one bites the
I've
dust.
been wanting to see The Greatest Showman.
Oh, it's so good. I don't
was
like
pretty good.
musicals, and I love that
pretty
one.
good.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
also,
catchy.
I'm also really like kind of like I don't know how to like process quite the
Words?
No, yeah, that too. But the girl who
The girl who plays
the
MJ
acrobat- the
and
acrobat,
Spider-Man.
no,
yeah.
yeah.
Zendaya.
Zendaya. How was she? I don't know how old she is. Like,
Oh my god! I know. She could be 14 or she could be 32.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's one of those
in
people.
The Greatest Showman, she looks like she's in her late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
And then every other role.
And in Spider-Man,
I'm in
she
high
looks like she
school.
could be in high school. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in a new show on
On
HBO
HBO.
called Euphoria.
Yeah, she's a
And
Disney.
she's also in high school.
She's a Disney girl. That's why they never age.
Yeah.
Don't.
Miley Cyrus is still like 12. I
Like,
think.
oh, and
I don't
Selena
know.
Gomez?
Have you seen Beans?
Oh,
from
wow.
from
What are-
Even Stevens.
Oh God,
Have you
no!
seen what he looks
I
like
haven't-
now?
I don't want to.
The guy's age.
He,
Yeah.
Wasn't he like
The girls don't.
4 when he was in that?
Like Hillary Duff looks basically the same.
Oh, Hillary Duff looks
but
exactly the same, except
She aged
like.
very well.
Well, no, I was gonna say she looks exactly the same, except she looks like she could be a mom now.
But she is.
Is she a mom? Holy crap, that's Beans.
Wow.
Whoa.
Is that a real picture?
Yeah.
Does he have to make the same smile that he made
Oh
when he was a
my
kid?
gosh.
That's just the shape of his face.
That's bad. He is a balding 55-year-old man now.
But he still has the side
God.
parts. You got he
That
still
has
has
to
side
be
parts.
for a role. That has to be for a role.
It has to be. Yeah, I agree with Krager.
Oh, no. he
No,
is
that's just
balding.
Beans.
No, that's him.
Wow.
That's bad. Okay, yeah. So I guess that doesn't extend to men in
no.
as Disney, except for
Nope.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah,
Hey,
He was a
Shia,
Disney kid.
Shia LaBeouf, like, if it weren't for him
Where's
going-
that guy been?
I mean,
is he
he's
dead?
Loony.
No.
That is great.
Has he been in a movie in the past 5 years?
No,
Thankfully,
he's just,
no.
He's just been doing a lot of
Cocaine.
Yep.
All right, so let's talk about the plot of this movie. We open up with a terrible CGI Matrixy weird thingy.
Yeah,
that-
we went through a spinal column.
Yeah, it was great. Molecules and everything. It was beautiful.
Oh, yeah,
I even think I yelled, "Yeah, 2000s CGI."
Yeah, so
And
bad.
something about a spinal column.
I did too.
And didn't we get some exposition in this too?
X-Men's position?
X-Men's position? No? Okay.
It's
I don't think so.
It's missionary.
Oh no, we did at the very beginning. They talked about like mutagens and like
Yeah.
how all this shit.
Oh,
yeah,
works.
yeah,
more
yeah.
exposition. Then we get Magneto's origin in World War II of
I still like that
1944.
origin.
Then we get the not too distant future, which
Mm-hmm.
I guess when people map out, it's supposed to be 2020 something. When they map out like the timeline
Just
of the
figured
other
it would have
movies.
been year 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
when
I
the-
figured it was
when
going to be
the year
like
the movie came out.
2010 or something, like 10 years after the movie came out or something like that. But I guess not. We meet Rogue with her terrible accent. She almost kills her boyfriend, a boy in her room, by kissing him.
Yeah.
We get introduced to
of death.
Jean Grey, Professor X, and Magneto. Lots of introductions going on here. They play up. There's a ton of story we haven't heard about yet. There's tons of exposition. There's tons of stuff going on. Rogue runs away and meets Wolverine in a seedy bar. One thing I noticed, Hugh Jackman, not as ripped as he was in any of the other movies
No.
because he got cast 3 weeks into filming. So if you watch as they were filming, he got more and more ripped because
Oh,
he
okay.
started training 3 weeks after they started
Yeah,
filming.
at the academy.
Wow.
Yeah, at the academy. Yeah.
Maybe they hired him after they started filming.
Yeah, because they were filming with someone else that didn't work out.
Who was it?
I don't
Rick
remember.
Moranis.
Oh, dude, I'd watch that movie. That'd be
Have you
amazing.
guys seen what's going around now? How everyone's petitioning for Danny DeVito to be the next X-Man?
I'm in.
I mean,
I'm in.
Wolverine.
X-Man.
Wolverine?
Yeah, everyone's.
So everyone wants
I'm in.
Danny DeVito to be everything. They want him to
Yeah.
be Pikachu.
Yeah.
They want him to be Wolverine. I'm down with Danny DeVito being everything.
Wouldn't Danny DeVito as Wolverine be one of the coolest things you've seen in your
Well,
life?
he's the right height. I guess.
Only
like
if
an
you-
actual
Yeah,
Wolverine?
he's actual Wolverine because Wolverine's only 5 feet or something like that in the comics.
Only if it's the same character of Frank from Sunny.
Yes,
It's Always
that would be
Sunny.
hilarious.
That'd be amazing.
That would be hilarious. So also, I want to know, can Wolverine really control each claw one at a time?
I think
Because he
so.
does it a few times in this, and I'm like, I I think that they're all just like one shink.
If you ask nicely.
Okay.
I feel like he should
Like,
be able to control like.
Can you control all your fingers?
Oh, okay. Touche.
Yeah, except like
Touche.
there's one like you
Yeah,
can't.
there's always
yeah,
one
this
you
middle
can't-
one you can't
like-
bend without.
like
Yeah,
you do
so
this and then this one
Wolverine,
comes
the
down.
one all the way to the left, he
can-
can't
yeah,
control
he
that
can't
one.
control
That one
it.
just shoots out.
Here, let's all do finger things. Yeah.
Can
okay.
you do a Spock? Live
I
long and
can't.
prosper.
a spot? Can you?
Yeah.
Not that it's the
Do you know
Vulcan
do you know how to
sign.
shake hands like a Ninja Turtle? Keep your hand like that. Keep it
Oh.
in the Spock. Here, just let me guide.
Ah, I see it.
Yeah.
Can you guys do the
Shocker.
West Side without moving your fingers?
Barely.
Yeah, I
I
can.
can't. This is probably why I was never good at playing a
Yo,
guitar. My
if you guys
fingers
are from
don't.
Pacoima, can you throw down peas and be part of Pacas Trece? That's a gang.
Yeah, Craig, I was about to do it too.
Oh, the blood. The blood.
Every white kid in the suburbs
Can
knows
do
how to do
blood.
this.
I had a friend one time.
I
We
know,
were,
Blood,
but
cuz.
do you know what the Crips do?
I had a friend one time when we were in like San Fernando Valley or something who convinced me while we were walking down the street that someone from the Blood Gang was
Bloodhound
Gang?
Bloodhound Gang, yeah, was following us, and I was wearing blue, and he's like, "You're wearing blue, you're gonna die." I'm like, "No!" So
And
dumb.
then you just hear him in the background. Sweat, baby, sweat.
So we get Rogue and Wolverine kind of go off together. Sabretooth attacks them, and they're rescued by Storm and Cyclops. This was very hokey.
So cheesy.
Very beginning of all the hokey action scenes. They love to float. They just float. That's what they do. They're like, what should we do for this? Have them float.
Yeah, put them on a wire with a green screen.
Yeah, and make it super obvious. That's great. Logan meets the team at the X-Men school, and we see Mystique come in and kidnap the lead anti-mutant politician. Why does she use her feet so much? Like she's
That
always
was
like,
my question.
Yeah, because she
What's
doesn't
with
do
the
it in
feet,
any
dude?
other movie. Any other
Just
movie.
use regular fighting.
Yeah,
You don't have
punch.
to fight only with your feet.
Yeah,
That's
but
weird.
if you
It's weird to do. It doesn't even if you can or what. I don't. It's weird.
And if you're gonna fight with your feet, you have to start with the line, "Hey, want a foot job?"
yeah.
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 Well, but doesn't the Bryan Singer have a whole bunch of sexual abuse shit going on? Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it makes a lot more sense
Yeah.
when you know Bryan Singer wrote and directed this film.
Yeah, and he had
Some of the weird stuff
and he had
going on.
Rogue like come into Wolverine's room to try and like smash him while he's
Yeah,
asleep.
what was that
We'll,
all about?
we'll talk
What-
about
Yeah, that
that.
was weird.
We'll talk
Yeah.
about that when we get there because I have a few questions
That was
on
my
it.
other point of
Yeah.
contention with this movie.
So we meet Ray Park as Toad here as well. What the heck was that light show thing we were talking about earlier? That
Yeah,
was like
I know,
so
it was
weird.
bizarre.
On like, were they on an island? Were they in a lair? Like, where the heck were they?
It was an
Oh, yeah,
island
that's a
layer.
good
Was it an island?
It
Yeah.
was
What-
one from Incredibles.
So,
Syndrome just flies out.
dude, I want Syndrome in the X-Men.
Nobody ever accepted me when I was young.
So we have this moment where Rogue can't sleep. So she goes into Wolverine's room late at night.
Yep.
First off, why does Wolverine get his own room? And
Because
like,
he's Wolverine.
okay.
Yeah. Because they have a bunch of kids and students there. They're not going to send a grown man to go bunk with
No.
one of the students.
Why not? With like Bobby Drake and stuff, whatever. Who cares? Like, why do the adults get it? And like all the kids are like, here, 20 to a room. Snot-nosed kids. No,
That's
nothing.
like
Okay.
real life when there's a
I
lot
guess that's
of
true.
children and
Do-
only a few adults. That's
That's
like what
true.
they do at boarding
Did-
school, summer camp.
That's
all of
true.
it.
Did we watch the same movie? I don't remember 22 a room.
Oh, I
Yeah,
just remember
they showed a room where
when-
there's like a bunch of bunk beds.
when Rogue was sleeping, there were like at least 5 people like in her room sleeping because she gets up and goes to Wolverine's room. For what reason, I don't know. Second off, you see this dude has an anger problem. You
Yeah.
see this dude has claws. You see it in action, right? And then you see visibly he's having a nightmare and screaming in his sleep pretty much.
Straddle him though.
You think
Do
it's a
that.
good idea to get right on top of him and try and
it's a
All the
good
way.
way to do
it's
it.
kind of like like
Definitely
the
do that.
little kid like 3-year-olds like mom like no what are you doing like of course he's gonna stab you
But, like, she
he
also-
stabs her by the way
She also had like a little bit of like that bedroom eyes going on.
yeah
stabbed you first.
so Wolverine accidentally stabs Rogue and Rogue drains Wolverine's power
In order.
just enough to get the self-healing to heal herself
It's not
but
the
not
only
enough to
thing
kill
she
him
drained.
yeah she drained his power snake
In
so
an order that would surprise you.
I'm gonna start calling my penis Power Snake.
I think that sounds like the greatest hair metal band never
Power
made.
Snake, yeah.
Power Snake.
Yeah.
A is for Alfred. B is for bats.
Oh God. So we have then. Oh yeah. Also, I said this is where she's wearing those weird pajamas. Like, what is that about? I don't get that at all.
It's like
It's her southern
Also,
drawl.
when she was running away from home, do you think she was carrying like a case with like her pajamas and stuff in it, running away from home?
I mean,
No, they're
if you
standard
have that
issue.
nice nightdress, you can't just
yeah,
walk away from
yeah,
that.
no,
Yeah.
you got to take that with you.
It
Maybe
costs a
she's-
pretty penny.
She got like wrapped around her waist underneath her clothes. Yeah.
I just imagine when she ran away from
90s
home,
style, like a
she
flannel.
had that
My
like
night
thing
dress.
over her shoulder with
Like the stick.
and the bag. It's just like
the hobo bag?
Yeah, the hobo
It is the
bag.
nightdress.
Yeah.
By
Just,
the way,
well,
I
yeah,
love
the
how,
night
like-
dress was the bag.
Wait, hang on. Isn't that called a rucksack?
Yeah, I think something. It has
Yeah.
a name. I don't know what
But
it
I love
is.
how like the only thing you have to do to get someone to run away is like, hey, everyone doesn't like you. You should like.
Yeah,
go."
seriously. So Mystique
Yeah.
comes in and makes herself Bobby Drake and just says
Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher, and everyone says, "Hey, we all hate you." And then this girl loves to run away. She's got a little bit more issues than just being a mutant, I think.
Yeah.
So we have
She hurts everyone she touches.
okay.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
pretty
another-
significant.
Yeah, that is pretty
The
significant.
ending
Like
when
no intimacy whatsoever.
the ending when freaking Wolverine's leaving.
No, go ahead. I had a point I'm going to make in a sec.
So how she's like, oh, I can't touch anyone. She's covered fully, and then her cleavage is all out. You know, like
Yeah,
I-
why not?
Here's the thing. She
on, man.
You're like she can't be intimate. No, the girl from Legion can't be intimate. Okay. Anyway,
I have no idea who that is.
this girl could be intimate because
Aubrey
if
Plaza?
condoms can stop an STD, they can stop a mutant power.
Can they? Can they?
Oh, they can. They can.
Can they?
They can. They can.
nice.
Let's test it out. I'll call Anna Paquin and Joe can test his theory.
Hell yeah.
He's not going to wear condoms.
So then the theory will really be tested.
Yes.
And so
Clara,
do you.
Clara, what were you going to say when you're raising your hand emphatically and jiggling around over there?
Oh, you just were saying she loves to run away. What happened to her mom? She just runs away from her mom, and her parents don't even care. They never come
no.
back.
No, but
her mom just like, we're gonna make another one.
They're like,
don't
"Peace,
we
whatever,
see an
don't
X?
care."
Maybe
we
they
see
got
an
scared that she was a mutant.
We see in X2 or X3, they go
but
back
she
to
comes back to
the
her mom.
house,
Oh, that's
Word.
true.
and then they
Okay.
call the cops on him.
Yeah, they were.
That's why
afraid that they were mutants.
they were afraid they're mutants, and that's like kind of a big like stab
Okay.
to the heart kind of thing.
Do you think that when she kissed him, because she can absorb people's power, she just absorbed like his teenage lust?
Wait, who? Oh, the
Rogue.
boy?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, for like the next 2 days she was so horny. She didn't know
Yeah,
what to
constantly.
do.
Everything set her
Constantly.
off. Like,
Yeah.
had to walk out of the classroom with a backpack in front of her pants.
Multiple times in one class.
That was a real
Caught a
busy
slow
journal.
breeze and I jizzed in my pants.
You got me all bothered and hot.
She smiled at me and I jizzed in my pants.
She asked me paper or plastic and I jizzed in my pants.
Anyway, Rogue runs away.
When I found out Bruce Willis was dead at the end of Sixth Sense, I,
I just had in my pants when you're standing next to me.
Honestly, I kind of don't
Lonely
even
Island
want to
is funny.
continue this plot breakdown in as much as I've given it.
Well, let's just be very
so,
brief.
So Rogue runs away.
I'm more of a boxer kind of guy.
Yes. Mystique
Boxer brief.
sabotages Cerebro.
once again, I'm right down the middle on
They
that debate.
they go to
So a
find.
thong.
Sorry,
Guys,
John.
we're talking about X-Men. This isn't a round table.
All right, let's do it. Let's go.
We're talking about X-Men.
All right, we're
okay?
good.
So they go to find.
Thanos with the power glove.
And I jizzed in my pants.
Okay. So when Wolverine goes to find Rogue,
Yeah.
and Storm and Cyclops come to, and
Yeah.
they're on the train. Why is Cyclops wearing his helmet gear? Couldn't you be a little bit more inconspicuous and wear your glasses?
weird red glasses?
Yeah, because.
He's prepped and ready for battle.
But why? They don't know there's battle. They just know that she ran away and they're going to get her. They don't know that anything's like weird and amiss.
That's true. They didn't know
They
that
didn't
Magneto
know
was
that.
doing anything.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, and
So
it would have been
dumb.
Like there's. Never mind. It's not worth it.
Dumb.
No, there's like
anyway.
this movie. It's not worth it.
No.
Yeah,
exactly.
not worth it. This movie sucked.
Just go to X2. So believe me, they probably have enough exposition in that movie too to let you know what's
Isn't
going
that
on.
a Magic
that
Mountain?
one as a follow-up.
X2, yes.
Exposition too.
Exposition 2. More exposition.
Wait, did you make a joke about Magic Mountain?
He did.
Yeah, they're
which
right.
is
cool.
which is
I
great
thought I
for-
heard it, but then I wasn't
Which
sure.
is great for 3%
Everyone
of our
here.
audience.
Yep.
So
We don't have a lot of people that listen to us in our hometown.
No, because who the hell wants to listen to us
Yeah.
talk? They already do.
yeah, they can hear us talk all
This
the
is
time.
just us hanging out. This is all it is.
Yeah, guys, I actually lied. We have no downloads.
Okay. Jordan's just like, I just want
I'm
friends.
Jordan's
Jordan's
making
sitting
stuff
at the
up.
computer. Download.
I'm
download, download,
I'm
download.
every one of our patrons.
Guys, Guys, I'm in debt.
Yeah, I need help. So anyway, we find out that the plan is actually Magneto needs Rogue, not Wolverine, like they thought. So Magneto and the Brotherhood of Mutants capture Rogue. They take her for their nefarious plot. We have the X-Men then being like, "Hey, we got to go save Rogue." Cool. And they use this thing.
The X-Jet.
Well, the X-Jet, yes. But they use this thing that's like a water bed, like a table of water that holograms things that they want. That goes.
Oh, yeah,
Something
yeah.
like
Oh my god.
Why does every 2000s movie need the most useless technology ever?
And
Like, what's the point of
And
that?
also, it's not that
What is-
detailed either. Like,
No.
yeah.
Like, why not just have a screen and just throw things up on the screen? Like, why do you need this, like, water bed?
A map.
Yeah, a map. Get a Thomas guide. Come on.
Oh, you know what also really annoyed me is like when we've already seen the X-Jet, but when it comes out of the basketball court, all the kids are like, whoa,
Yeah.
like they've never seen it before.
The X-Men have been a thing for like 20 years by this point.
Yeah.
In canon.
Well, no, I'm saying the kids in
Yeah,
they're saying
would've
like
seen
the
it.
kids in there
Also,
have never seen it. I'm like,
what
you-
kid?
Exactly.
What kid left the basketball out there?
Yeah.
Come on, you know that if they open the X-Jet hangar, the
It's
basketball's gone.
Way to go, Steve.
Wait,
the game's
yeah.
over now.
God, that guy's an idiot.
Maybe that's his mutant powers. He's just really forgetful.
There was supposed to be a scene of Gambit in this where he blows up one of the basketballs, but Bryan Singer said no one's going to get that reference, so they
Everyone
left it out.
loves Gambit.
Yeah,
They've been
everyone
trying
did
to
love
get him
Gambit.
in it.
Gambit's the like we've been teased about Gambit.
Oh, it's not
for
happening.
Years.
It's
and
not
it's
happening.
He
never
was
gonna
in
happen.
It's not
X-Men
happening.
Origins.
No, but the Channing Tatum Gambit.
Oh,
And
that
it
one.
actually
Yeah.
after the merger, it is officially canceled.
Yeah, it's done. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they film a bunch of it, or did they never get into actual production?
I don't think they got into actual production.
Okay, so it was all
I think
pre-production.
it
all
was- I
pre-go.
think it was just a House of Cards.
Okay,
So Dark Phoenix is the last X-Men movie?
yeah, under the Fox banner.
Okay. Hey, I would watch. I would watch Phase 4 if Marvel made an X-Men movie.
Well, they're not going to be in Phase 4.
I'm
They're
just
going to be
saying.
like Phase 5. What, are you not going to watch Phase 4 anyway? I'm getting off topic now. Okay.
They're waiting until Phase 5.
So we now have the X-Men taking the X-Jet with terrible CGI going to... in this world, is Ellis Island and Statue of Liberty the same thing? Because they
Yeah.
were referring to them as almost the same thing, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure that Ellis Island doesn't have Statue of Liberty
It doesn't.
chilling on it.
No.
It doesn't.
Not that I frequent New York very often, but I'm pretty positive about
Two
that.
separate islands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Storm goes, I'm going to make fog. And then they're like, cool, let's put this red screen down so we could see through the fog. And then Magneto goes, someone's coming.
yeah, like it's not obvious.
Yeah,
See
that's
that
it.
fog over there?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have a mutant that has that exact ability.
Yeah.
They're coming. So
They're here.
they go, the X-Men go to save Rogue before she's killed while also killing all of New York or the world or something. Not too clear on who's dying in this one. But a lot of people are dying in this plot. And they got jokes, but not Marvel jokes.
No.
They weren't good jokes.
No, but they
The
have them.
only good joke was "You're a dick."
Yeah.
That's a funny joke. I
Yeah.
like that joke.
It was the only part that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
And
best part of the whole movie was 1 second.
this was where they blew all their budget on wires and stuff because
Yeah.
there's so much floating and flying in this one. It's awful and terrible and makes me hate myself a little bit for thinking this was actually a good superhero
same.
movie for so long. They stop Magneto's plan. They almost lose Rogue while doing so, but Logan allows her to suck some of his power snake again and heal herself. Magneto is captured in the process. Yes.
By the way, they're just like, oh yeah, we'll just fly away and leave like one of the most evil mutants around just lying there.
No. They waited for the cops to capture
The
him and
humans
stuff.
captured.
No,
it.
Yeah.
Don't you remember the jet flies away and it shows him laying there as they fly away?
Oh, but remember that he's supposed to be so powerless right now from being sucked dry that he can't do anything anyway. So
And then they put him in acrylic prison
Yeah.
which is so weird.
with that weird, like, colon tube that, like,
Yeah,
goes away as people are walking. This is the thing that really bothered me about this movie. Magneto using his, like, powers to just make steps in front of him, right?
Yeah.
As he's walking, and I was like, that's impractical. Like,
That
dude,
sounds-
just build a bridge.
that sounds like a lot of unnecessary steps.
It's just so many unnecessary steps. and then also that weird, like, acrylic plastic colon that, like, retracts, like, back
it was
into its
the
anus.
large intestine.
Yeah, it goes back in there. And then I was talking to Clara, and I was like, they have such large buildings. Who do they contract to build these?
And how would you build a building that it doesn't have metal in it?
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Not
No.
only that,
Not anymore.
Magneto
Nothing that
can
sound.
fly.
Yeah.
No, only if he has metal around because he uses the metal to push
Or
himself
like the
off
mag-
of it.
He
Yeah,
keeps
magnets.
little marbles in his pockets.
No, but here's
Just like little bearings.
here's the thing though. In the second X-Men movie, he sucks like the iron out of someone's blood
I like that
Yeah.
part.
to make a weapon.
Yeah.
Couldn't he do that to anyone?
No. So the reason why he was able to do that was Mystique.
Someone with a high iron.
No,
they took
Mystique-
iron pills.
Mystique.
They're not
like,
anemic.
Yeah.
Mystique injected
Injected.
that guy with iron
Oh.
to increase his iron.
Don't we
levels.
all have iron?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not that much.
Yeah, well, I mean, iron is the thing that helps you keep carry your oxygen to all your cells.
And make sure that your
Oh.
skin's not wrinkly.
Yeah. Damn it.
yeah.
Nah, I took the iron joke from Krager. Anyway, we get the end where Logan goes off to find out about his past, why he has amnesia and doesn't remember how he became Wolverine. We have Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart. They were the shining parts of this movie, and they end it with them playing chess. They were the only good two actors, I
Oh,
think,
yeah,
in this
for
whole
sure.
movie. I think the rest of it was kind of atrocious.
Hugh isn't terrible.
Who? Oh, Hugh Jackman. Hugh on a first name basis. Hugh wasn't
He
terrible.
wasn't that bad.
Yeah, Hugh Laurie was in this. So I didn't hear a
Roadhouse.
single bub in this movie, but when I was
There was a-
reading,
no, there
was
was a
there a
bub.
bub?
No,
Where was the bub?
Okay. When he's fighting Sabretooth, he calls
him Bub?
Yep. I remember because I had the subtitles. I'm like, he said bub.
Well, I missed it. There needs to be more than one bub.
I was like-
in a movie with
I was
Wolverine.
like, what? Why does he say bub? Is that like his catchphrase?
He also
Bub.
does way more sniffing in this film than he
sniffs
does in
so
any
much.
other
Yeah, come on.
X-Men movie.
So bad. It doesn't bode well that almost every person that got cast in this movie had no clue who the X-Men were before they started filming,
Yeah.
so they all had to read comics and everything. Like, come on, that's bad. Although I guess there's a lot of people now that get cast in superhero roles that don't know comics and stuff like that too,
Yeah.
and have to do research. Anyway, my biggest contention with this movie, when Xavier uses Cerebro to find Magneto, but can't find him because his helmet's on,
Right.
why didn't he just look for Sabretooth?
Hey,
What if they're not in the same spot?
They are. They're together all the time. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
You know he's with Sabretooth or Mystique. Just look for one of them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why not look for one of the other people and then track them? Anyway, dumb
Wow.
movie. You guys want to hear some fun facts about this movie?
Yeah.
If we must.
Did anyone else have a contention with it?
I told you all my problems
Yeah.
with it.
I didn't have a connection with it.
No connection?
I do know that Clara is going to name her first daughter Rogue, though.
I would never.
But would you name her Marie?
No, she's
No.
actually gonna name him Rogue One because it's the first kid.
Ah. Is that like Moon Unit 1 and Moon Unit 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I call my ass cheeks.
Nice Zappa reference.
Yeah, I know
Thank
my
you.
Zappa.
Yeah.
So Hugh Jackman used cold showers every morning to get into character because it would make him really angry and like Wolverine and stuff. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Helps
yeah,
the morning wood.
yeah. There were other reasons too. Neither Ian McKellen or Patrick Stewart knew how to play chess before doing this
Seriously?
movie. Yeah, they had to have a chess master come in and teach them how to play chess for the scenes they played chess in
Wow.
What?
because they didn't know how they would move.
Huh?
Like, aren't these guys British?
Yeah.
Shouldn't they? Is that like a prerequisite for being British?
probably like an
you know how to
entire
play
class over
chess?
there.
Yeah,
Ask Chelsea.
yeah.
Yeah.
Text
I'll ask
Chelsea.
her. Actually, $10 says Chelsea doesn't know how to play
No.
chess.
She'll play Chinese checkers.
Yeah, maybe Brits don't. That's a nice twist.
Yes. So the mansion used for the school is the mansion used in Arrow for the Queen Mansion. It's also the Luther Mansion in Smallville.
Oh, wow.
And it's
Yeah.
the Madison Mansion in Billy Madison.
Oh wow.
Yeah, all three of those mansions.
Really?
This was the only movie Halle Berry tried to use an accent in before they were like, stop it.
Yeah, it was bad. It was terrible.
No gracias.
Hugh Jackman is about a foot taller than Wolverine actually is in the comics.
Yeah,
so
Wolverine
they had
is
to
supposed to
do
be small.
they had to do some apple crate things here and there
Yeah.
with Cyclops to make him seem taller and everything.
They're called
Uh,
apple boxes.
Because of rights issues, Rogue doesn't have her typical abilities of flight and super strength.
Right.
So that's why they gave her like the crappy abilities she has. Because she got her abilities of flight and super strength because she touched Miss Marvel,
Right.
as we now know Captain Marvel, and got her abilities, but didn't kill her because Miss Marvel is like crazy powerful.
Yeah.
And so she was able to fly and have super strength like her. But those are her abilities that everyone knows, but they didn't have the rights for some reason to use them in this. So like, yeah, just let her suck power snakes.
Yeah, they just gotta fight for the right to party.
There you go. That bar scene.
Kick it.
The bar scenes where Wolverine was and everything
Yeah.
were
Drinking.
shot at the same brewery that the concentration camp scenes were shot at.
No way.
Yeah, it's like this
Wow.
big, cool brewery. Yeah, it's a little
That's a
inappropriate,
brewery?
right? Yeah, it's a brewery up in
But
Canada.
they filmed concentration scenes.
Yes,
at.
because the outside's like this old
And they
brick
make their
building
beer
like
out
that.
of Jewish kids?
Yep. Yep. They ship them in now.
Cameron, dude, that's so. messed up.
Oh, hour.
It's a half a bark.
Hour one bark.
It's not just the kids.
Oh. Wait a sec. I was not allowed to make Alabama jokes on the last podcast.
That's just because they wouldn't be able to understand them because they're illiterate.
So you're saying in 60 years from now, I can make all the Alabama abortion jokes I want?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
For now, you got to keep them aborted.
Yeah, I made a joke about genocide. We can chalk that up for the first time I've ever
Genocide's
done
totally
that.
fine.
Yeah.
So this is Ray Park's first. What?
It sounded like you said rape.
So rape. Oh no, Ray Park's.
Because you stuttered, so you said
Ray
rape.
Park's.
Rape
first-
mix.
Rape mix.
You have to make it all slow motion, like when Krager
I'm
said
the
Eric.
rape man.
Eric. Oh my god.
Oh, this is terrible.
this is
We're just gonna bleep that whole part out.
Yeah.
That's just a whole cacophony of barks.
Cutting out from 20 minutes to 1
No,
hour.
seriously. Seriously, just cut it out.
Cut this whole episode out.
Cut it out.
So anyway, this is Ray Park's first spoken role without someone dubbing over his voice.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then Kevin Nash was offered the role of Sabretooth. I wish Kevin Nash
That
got
would've
that
been
role.
Way better.
Way better. Way
Yeah.
better than Taylor Maine or whatever that
That's
guy's
a
name
person.
was. Anyway, that's X-Men.
Yeah,
We watched it.
we did.
Have you seen the the porn version?
No.
What?
You haven't?
No.
It's called Sex Men. It's a gay porn. You probably haven't seen
Is it what happens is someone's delivering a pizza to the X Mansion
Yeah.
and then they gangbang?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
By the way, I'd just like to take a second to say, all our followers on Instagram, you did this to us, not
Yeah,
us.
it's true.
Yeah.
We could have been watching Titan AE this
Which
week.
I love Titan AE.
Yeah. But also, guys,
been better.
keep voting on our
Oh,
polls. We
Titan
love
AE
it.
would have been way better. Yeah. We appreciate your Instagraminage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so there's been a lot of X-Men movies. Which is your favorite?
Days of Future Past.
That one was really good.
Anyone
I would
else?
actually agree. Either that or First Class.
This is the only one I've
I
ever
was going
seen.
to say it's either
This
that.
is the only one you've ever seen
the
of
only
X-Men?
X-Men movie I've ever
Wow,
seen.
I'm
it's
sorry.
a tie between Days of Future Past and Too Fast, Too Furious.
Okay, then. Clara, you have one? Is this the only one you ever watched, too?
I honestly couldn't tell you if I've seen others.
Have you seen one with a big purple dude? Not Thanos.
No,
And also not the Ooze.
Or
Oh, Ivan Ooze
Barney.
from
Or
Mighty
Barney.
Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I was thinking that, but
Yeah.
I guess.
Or there's also another one where they go back in time with Ellen Page.
love
There's
Ellen
there's
Page.
also another one where Wolverine talks to a
I saw
big
Logan.
blob. Okay, Logan. There you go. That's
That
a good
was better.
one.
I like that one
Yeah,
better.
Logan was
Yeah,
way
that's
better.
my favorite.
I
That's
think
my
I
favorite
think most people would say Logan is their favorite
Yeah.
X-Men movie.
yeah.
You haven't seen Logan either? That's right up your alley because it's very much more like an art
I
film.
heard it was
rather
really
than
artsy
a-
and way more dark.
It's
Yeah.
darker,
It is.
for
I also
sure.
Yeah,
like,
to the
I
point-
actually liked that movie.
To the point I got bored a little bit, so you'd probably
So I'd probably
love
like it.
Yeah.
I also liked how they had the head writer from The Office and stuff like that. The skinny pale guy.
BJ Novak.
No,
Is this a joke or is this a real thing?
no, the skinny pale guy from Logan.
Skinny pale guy from Logan.
You're going to have to
Remember?
be a little more
Which
descriptive.
guy? I don't remember which guy
when
was
they're
the
when they're
skinny
on the
pale
farm
guy.
where it's just Logan, Captain
To be-
Xavier.
to be honest with you, I watched this movie at a drive-in with my wife
They still have those.
in a car.
Drive-ins are fun.
At least you
some
were
of
in
the
a
movie,
car.
yeah.
They actually have one in Santa Barbara.
We were in Phoenix,
well as,
so that's where we saw the drive-in.
Okay, never mind.
Fresno, City of Commerce.
So you saw
area
about
as well.
48 minutes of the
Santa
movie.
Ana.
Yeah, pretty much.
That seems
Yeah.
generous.
Yeah.
No, we saw what's 2 minutes less than the movie running time. We saw that much of the movie. You know when you eat your popcorn before the previews are even done? It was kind of like that.
Yeah.
And on that note, boom.
Boom.
We're going to close it out here. Thank you for listening. If you want to, go follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RecMyPodcast. Email us, recmypodcast@gmail.com. Go rate, review, subscribe. Go also to our Patreon. Go buy some merchandise. You can have an In Memoriam Kreger t-shirt if you want on our Redbubble page.
In memoriam.
Did you hear them talking you up a bunch on the latest podcast?
Oh.
Low Tree Studios?
See, so Stephanie messaged me.
Yeah,
like,
your
the other
age,
day.
right?
She said, "Oh, go listen to the B-roll. We talk about you." And I
Yeah.
listened to all the B-roll. I'm like, I wasn't in it. She's like, "Oh, my bad."
No, you're in it for like 10 minutes. They're talking
in the
about you.
B-roll.
No, the
It's in the
hairstyles
real
when it's in
episode.
the difference
she
between
told me it
us.
was a B-roll.
Yeah. So go check that podcast out. They're cool too. But go to our website and check out our Redbubble store that you could buy some stuff at. Also, thank you to Ben from Petrified Gumbo Music. He makes some great music. He made our intro song, which is super awesome of him. Thank you very much. We have episodes come out every Monday called Around a Round Table. Go check those out. Also, next Wednesday, I think we're doing Space Jam.
Yeah.
The dance in the Space Jam.
That's the one we're doing
All
in the
right.
theater.
Yeah, we're doing it in my theater at my home. Yes, I'm a rich person with a home theater. No, I'm not. I live in an apartment complex with a theater that you can rent out. And we're going to record it there because we're going to watch this movie for some reason on the big screen.
Because we need to.
Because we need to. Because Space Jam deserves that. And you know what I'm going to try and find out? My mom used to have these buckets that you used to get when Space Jam was in theaters. It came popcorn. It's like with the Michael Jordan Bugs Bunny on it.
Yeah.
I think she still has
Oh,
them. So we can use them to eat some
I thought you were
popcorn
going
out
to
of
say
it.
Get a
pee
specific-
in.
No,
So
we
don't
could use
feel-
them to pee in too because, you know,
Nice.
now that this movie's so long, we're going to have to just pee in a bucket. Anyway.
It's our collective pee bucket. I get to pee on top of
That's
all of your guys' pee, okay?
That's the king cup.
You wanna be the
Whoever
last one?
loses.
Yeah, we're playing pee
Cup.
King's Cup?
PP King's Cup, yeah.
Pee
Whoever
cup?
loses. Anyway,
Gross. That's gross.
thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you to the listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have a sign off for this?
Usually
X-Men out.
Bye, I love you.
X out.
I like you guys, I guess. It's
I
kinda-
like and I love you.
don't know. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. It's okay. I'm gonna keep it going.
You got to say something.
Want to say
Oh,
goodbye?
I was like, why are you guys all looking at me? Bye, guys.
There you go.
Wreck My Podcast.